Deep beneath the halls of Erebor, the dwarves delved for riches beyond imagination. Gold, silver, and gems of every hue. The forges burned day and night. But greed is also a fire that never sleeps, and in their hunger for vast wealth, the dwarf stirred something far more terrible. From the northern mountains he came, teeth like swords, claws like spears, and his wings like a hurricane. Smaug descended upon the lonely mountain. Stone turned to ash, and songs to silence. Erebor was lost, and the line of kings was broken. But yet, deep in the hearts of the dwarfs, the embers still burn, for they remember what was taken, and one day they will reclaim it. And just like that, another adventure in Middle-earth has begun. How are we doing, everyone? Welcome back to Lord of the Rings Realms in Exile. I'm going to be honest, every time I start a new Dwarven playthrough, it feels like I'm returning home for the first time in a long time. I don't know what it is, but it makes me feel all warm inside. Anyway, let's not waste any more time because I have simulated ahead to the arrival of Smaug. So let's get ourselves immersed, pick up your axes, pull on your armor, because I have an ominous feeling about tonight. In the night, I awake suddenly, stirred by the sounds of chaos. In the dale, ring bells wildly. Fellow dwarfs rush around me, faces pale, and I am grabbed before I even know what is happening. Amidst the clamour, I make out a single word: dragon. There is screaming, distant and faint, but it is drowned out as my ears are consumed by the hideous screech of flame. I rush to the great windows, possessed by shock, and I see only billowing black smoke and a snarling red fire. It is all consuming, all of it. The shadow of great wings fall upon me. I stumble. There is a flash of scales, red and golden. Yet before I get a full view of the dragon, I am pulled aside by my guards. Run! Run for your lives, you fools! So interestingly enough, we don't actually lose all of our gold. We keep about 1,400 of it. Of course, there's two interesting things that happened when I simulated ahead. I didn't really play the game. I just AFK'd until the beginning of the event. And one of those events is I actually got the nickname The Greedy. I'm not sure if that's scripted or not. But that's absolutely perfect. Man, I love CK3. And then the second thing is I actually have had a daughter who I went ahead and named Dross. Which I think is a very fitting name. So, every land around and inside the Lonely Mountain is lost, and the Arkenstone, the jewel of our people, has also been lost alongside it. But there's no time to dwell on that right now, because, quite frankly, our lives are at stake. We're gonna go through and set everything up once we're, hopefully, hopefully out of harm's reach. I think we should get a few more events there. We've got this one popping up. So to the shock of many, Erebor and Dale, among the mightiest and most prosperous realms in all Ravanian, have fallen to dragonfire. Long had the dwarves and the Northmen of Dale grown rich, with the prized Arkenstone being the heirloom of Durin's line, and a symbol of wealth of the Lonely Mountain. Yet, the riches of the two peoples would be their undoing, for dragons covet gold, with a dark and fierce desire. As a hurricane from the north descended, Smaug the Golden, last and greatest of the fire drakes of the north, and his wrath neither the Dalemen nor dwarfs could withstand. Many of the inhabitants of both realms have been killed, with swaths of the warriors sent against the dragon being utterly incinerated. Could you imagine being a dwarven warrior? I think they would have all proudly obeyed the command, you know, in their vengeance and whatnot, but could you imagine being sent against a dragon? Even dressed fully in armor and whatnot. It's an intimidating thought. Both Dale and Erebor have been destroyed in the attack, with the survivors fleeing into the wilderness after being left no other choice. As Smaug rests upon his mountains of gold, much of the Northlands now reels from the event. The fire was red. It flaming spread. That's quite poetic. Speaking of poetic, I hope you guys enjoyed the little intro I did. I wanted to do something much grander. However, my lack of editing knowledge became apparent very quickly after I started making it. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I would like to improve and make even grander cinematics in the future. Anyway, there's no time to dwell on editing either, because I feel the heat of the flame, and I see the shadow upon the floors. While I stand, the men, women, and children of Erebor rush past me, while I heft my axe and we stand. Fear and adrenaline course through my heart, and my retinue and I slowly step back. The dragon roars and fire fills the corridors far ahead of me. Behind me is a secret exit, a back door, ever so close yet even so far. Someone must hold off the dragon if we are to escape. Yet before I may even give an order, there is a roar in the hall, not one of a dragon nor savage beast, but one of a company of dwarfs. Around me rush countless of them, armor shimmering in the light of fire and axes swinging, with the fury of the sons of Durin. And they rush forth, eyes alight with rage. Oh, could you imagine the sight? A band of brothers, the dwarfs in their anger, just charging at Smaug. Oh, do you know what? The dwarves call out to me spiritually. I hope I'm reborn as a dwarf. They will not return. I quip. I gulp and turn, and as I close the door behind me, I hear their rageful screams. The wind moans in the night. My home has been lost. Man, I will say the writing in this mod is superb as well. I love it every time. The fire roars upon the heights and the wind moans in the night. The lonely mountain is shrouded in smoke under the pale moon. Only as I stand far from the desolation do I finally take in the horror. The valley is bathed in scarlet and gold, dreadful and bright and hideous, and black smoke smothers the stars. Upon the hills, the high hills, are the black shapes of the trees, tall towers set aflame. Dale, the great city, is too consumed, for its roofs and houses burn, and its walls are laid to bare, and its people huddled under the shadow of night. And last of all, I look upon the dragon, its shape visible as it flies against the moon. I clutch my axe, and for a moment I feel burning rage, then sorrow and tiredness. The bells ring still faintly, so faintly. And just like that, I think we have to... So let's see, I become banished, and we play as my brother. No, we don't want to do that. I don't want the game to end, so of course, we must away ere break of day. So we become banished, we establish an adventurer camp, and we are now known as the Exiles of Erebor. Everything is moving very quickly. We don't have time to truly respond to the dragon here. We need, first things first, we need to ensure our safety, because we cannot even begin plotting our revenge and taking back what is ours until we've had chance to get to safety, and then regroup and collect ourselves. So, as I watch most of the survivors of Smaug's attack move east to seek refuge in the Iron Hills, a difficult decision lies before me. Should I join the other survivors, and with head bowed and plead for help and aid from my dwarf brethren? Or should I lead my followers through the dangers of the wilderness to seek a brighter future? I must consider my options. Now, in the lore, I'm certain they went to the Blue Mountains, right? Which is going to be one of my considerations. I'll speak a little bit, because I do have two plans, and I'll go over both of those in a moment. By that point, I hope I've also decided which I want to do. Far in the west realms of the dwarfs of the Blue Mountains live in prosperity. Yeah, of course. Though their mansions are a far cry from the great realms of Nogrod and Belagos, their realms are mighty still and far from most danger. It will make a perfect place for my king to live and prosper. But the road there will be long and beset by perils, especially the misty mountains. I've heard rumors of many orcs and goblins in those mountains. And I said of course because I remembered some lore and then it was instantly addressed, which is nice. Yet my heart calls me to a different place altogether. Long have I dreamt and thought of the splendor of Khazad-dûm, its golden roofs and silver floors and mighty pillars carved from living rock, shimmering in the undimmed light of lamps hewn from crystal. It is fallen, yes, and many would say to go there would be utterly foolish. Perhaps they are right. But it is as if Mahal himself beckons me. And that actually leads me on to my second option, kind of indirectly. Not necessarily Khazad-dûm itself, but just south of it. We do have, where is it? Is it over here? We do have the White Mountains. Although, interestingly enough, there seem to be dwarfs here already. Okay. I think that's happened during the simulated time. I was going to say, why don't we settle the glittering caves? And then we have ideas of Khazad-dûm, or we have easier access to retake Erebor. However, it looks like the Firebeards have already settled here. I don't think that's scripted. That's very interesting to see. So maybe we do go to the Blue Mountains to begin with. So let's see. Mansion of Durin's folk camp will be established in the Dunland, so we travel to the Dunland first. I mean, it's in between both options, so it makes sense. This ends our custom content. So yes, to Dunland, and then onwards to Khazad-dûm, my friends. Also, before we adventure too far, I think now will be a good time to set everything up. So let's see, we got some dynasty legacies. We do have the Khazad one, so cultivating the unique gifts and traditions of the Khazad for children of Aula. Let's do this. So this gives us dynasty opinion, same heritage personal scheme success chance plus 10%, and ancestor venerations are 10% cheaper. What's this? Among the dwarves, the ancestors are not merely remembered, they are revered. Their legacies honored and observed. In triumph or in folly, each deed endures, offering wisdom, warning, and strength to those who take their lessons to heart. I don't actually know what this is. Is this like inspirations? Possibly. I don't think I've ever interacted, or if I have, I'm remembering it as something different. Let's see, we can have foreign outreach as well. I think the 20% diplomatic range is going to be massively useful. Also, different culture opinion is nice. We can learn more languages, and learning languages is quicker. And then let's see, Dwarven Might, Accolade Glory Gain, Advantage in Subterranean. We also get bonuses for our heavy infantry. And then we can get the Sons of Mahal, monthly crafting lifestyle experience. So let's see, Hewer, Prospector, Weaponsmith, and Armorsmith experience is increased as well. And we have an increased mining success chance, which of course makes perfect sense. Right, we can't get Riches of the Earth, but hopefully we can get that later on in the series. I do have some perks as well. Because as I said, when I simulated the time, I wasn't actually playing. I was kind of AFK. So, I guess... I mean, we have Avaricious, we have Architect. I do like staying within the same lifestyle. So let's see. Aptitude of officers who are your best friend and friend is increased. Ooh, that could be amazing. And aptitude of officers with friends, lovers, or married is increased as well. That could be massively useful. Let's see. Cost of recruiting officers via Scout for Talent is half price. So I think, yeah, we're going to do that. That's really, really useful. And just a flat officer aptitude as well. Plus 10 sounds nice. The effects of Scout for Talent now apply to all travels. Oh. Okay. The Scout for Talent travel option can no longer be selected. So we just get it for free, essentially. I like that. Let's get Likeable Boss. I like to think that I'm likeable. I'm a bit greedy, but well, we'll put that behind us. We need to rebuild. Let's get this. Honor to Serve. Bonus modifiers from the Steadfast Camp Temperament. Now also scale by number of followers. 1 per 5 followers. Okay. Lovely. And then we just need an administrator and everything's kind of sorted there. Right. Let's take a look at King or Uzbad-Fror the Greedy. Are we a king? I guess to my followers I am, but we don't have a mountain anymore. I have incredibly good stewardship, which is nice. We're greedy, wrathful, a little bit paranoid, although that didn't stop me from delving deeper and attracting the Smaug. We're Midas Touched, Avaricious, and Architect, and Scarred, which is cool stuff. Of course, I have my son Frayne. Let's go ahead and pin him, as well as my daughter Dross, too. And then if we look at Frayne, there is Foreign, my grandson, yes, who has already been married off. Okay. I think, let's see, my daughter's 13. She was born quite early, so I think, yeah, Frayne, I'm not sure if he's a lore character or not, but Bina here is definitely being generated. Right, available camp purpose. I think only one of these makes sense. We must become legitimists. A claim, they call it. Oh. A mere claim. It's not just a claim, it's a letter of debt. A statement of intent and a sure marker of the reclamation yet to come. We will take back The Lonely Mountain. I swear it. So we get even more knights. We get max number of men-at-arms regiments. That's going to be useful for a moment. I'll explain in a moment. Equal chance to find contracts of any type. Can use request legitimate support interaction on kings and emperors. Ah. Does that mean I can ask the Dwarves of the Iron Hills to help us take it back? Would I do that in our pride, though? That's another question. Can use claim Casus Belli. Finds unique legitimate support contracts. And we get some camp upgrades and stuff there. Here, let's go ahead and change our purpose. Of course, I haven't played Landless too much, so we shall enjoy this. It's something a little bit new. Going to my camp. I think it's important. Let's see. I think if we go all the way down, we need the settler train. So enables the option to settle counties. This is like colonization. Creates a settler's men-at-arms regiment with a size of 2. And I think every 100 settlers lets us settle 1 county. So we want to build this up. To recruit more settlers, visit a barony with a built holding. So max number of men-at-arms regiments plus 1. Ah, we get it anyway. Okay. That's why I wanted the extra regiment, but this actually helps us anyway. We get provision capacity and we get supply capacity. Here, let's start building that instantly. I don't think I'm going to invest too much in the rest of the camp because I do kind of want to get settled and build up. Let's see. Decisions. So unified Durance folk, that's the regular one. But reclaiming Erebor. This is going to be the big goal of this series that we are working towards. So, you will attempt to sneak into the Lonely Mountain. Your intrigue and prowess will affect your chances of success. I think this is kind of like the Balrog situation where there's a few things to increase your chances, which we are going to be working towards. So, you will attempt to slay Dragon Smaug. The following will affect your success chance up to a cap of 80%. There's still a 1 in 5, even if I get everything that we fail. So we need a member of the Orvedurian dynasty being present in Esgaroth. I think that's the dynasty of Lake Town, right? Let's see. I know you're down here right now, but Esgaroth... Yeah, it's this one next to Lake Town. So right now... Yeah, you're not of the right dynasty, right? So I'm going to have to find a way to get involved there. If you have any ideas, please feel free to suggest them. The Lord of Lake Town needs to have high prowess. I don't know if we can control that much. Wielding a first age elven sword. I think if I can create a kingdom and we get adventure inspirations, I think they can discover the sword Orcrish. I believe it's called. So that would be useful. Having a first age dwarven helm. Again, I think we use the same method to get that. You have a hobbit help whose intrigue is 15 or above. Oh, I like that. Okay, that's fun. Lord of Lake Town having a dragon slaying artifact such as the Black Arrow or a Wind Lance. Ooh. Wait. Do you have one right now? You don't, but the dynasty head... Where were you? Was it you? No. Somewhere down here. I've already lost them, guys. Wait, were you further down here? I thought it was right here, unless it was even further again. Here. Let's go to this. You don't have any artifact, right? Interesting, but you might have. No, you... there you go. You have the Black Arrow. Okay, so that's useful. We're going to have to try and keep track of that if we can. If you are unsuccessful, you would die and Esgaroth will become a ruin. Oh, wait, do we only get one chance at it then? If you are successful, you will reclaim the Lonely Mountain and the dragon will be dead. Oh, man. That's very high stakes. Okay. And we can't do this for another 20 years anyway, so we have a nice period to resettle and try and gather our strength and wealth once more. Right. Anything going on in here? I do need a guardian for my daughter. To to it. I need to sort all of this. Here, let's sort by aptitude. You have very good learning and you're a novice physician. So here, let's go ahead and assign you. I think I don't want to use anything that costs gold right now. You're already excellent. Yeah, I'm not going to add any extra cost. A caravan master will be useful. Here, Frayne. I trust you, my son. Again, movement, speed, and safety would be nice. However, gold is a luxury right now, so I'm a bit hesitant to spend extra of it. Let's see. Who has good, well-rounded skills? I think your skills are well-rounded. So here, let's go ahead and appoint you. We'll put notifications and everything. Do I need a stooge? What does a stooge do? Unlock special options in events. Ah, okay. But the problem is, the stooge loses prestige because of this. We don't have to pay them, though. Tortoise, my sister-in-law. the responsibility has fallen upon you. And then 2 bodyguards. Yeah, let's go for who it suggests at the top. Lovely stuff. Right. I think we are set up. The nice thing about being landless is you don't have a lot of court positions to do and whatnot. Do I have accolades? No, we don't have accolades because we're landless. Also, I love this new mod. If you want a mod list, I'll probably put it in the description or pin the comment. Anyway, guys, it is time that we make the long journey to Dunland. Do I want to recruit another man-at-arms? No, because we're going to get settlers in the last slot. Also, these don't require maintenance. The problem is, as soon as we settle, that army is going to be very expensive. So I probably need to save as much of this gold as possible to build mines and stuff as soon as we settle, I think. Let's see, we visited the mining shafts. Nice, it's in the middle of winter as well. Oh, the timing has been terrible. Here, I've got to... Oh, I need to pick my focus. Okay, we'll go stewardship. Trying to get administrator. Wait, did I... Ah! Let's do... There we go. I forgot to click on this. Right. Contract scheme growth. Provisions. We gain more provisions. Speaking of which, let's see. I need to gather provisions. So let's do that. Yeah, because we can get like another 1,000. So let's see. What's that? That's a 82% chance for success there. So here, let's use our snares. We found nothing. Wow. The fact I'm already lowballing these events makes me very, very worried. I can groom my beard. My beard has always been a source of pride and inspiration to me, as it is all children of Mahal. Among the dwarves, a long and well-kept beard is more than mere hair. To grow it is to honor the heritage of our ancestors, and to maintain it well is to show discipline and respect for the traditions that bind us. I must take good care of mine, ensuring it looks its very best. So we lose some stress, and I get a nice beard, which gives us even more stressless. Hold the ponies, lads. I need to groom my beard before we sell off on our grand adventure. Thank you very much. There we go. Get me the bit. Oh, there's actually quite a lot of flavor text. Okay. I just got all giddy inside. I closed the door to my chambers and set the lock. Let's pretend that says tent. It kind of looks like a tent, so that's fine. This sort of thing demands focus and must not be disturbed. Meanwhile, Smaug is screaming in the distance. Dwarves are burning. And the king of the mountain is just camped outside, grooming his beard. Oh dear. I haven't picked my timing very well, have I? A few moments of preparation follow, ensuring the candles were burned long and steady, adjusting the mirror and carefully positioning the stool. Soon I am ready to begin. The ritual starts with a careful assessment of my beard's current state. It could certainly be worse, all things considered. A little uneven, with a few stray hairs here and there, but nothing beyond repair. I set to work with great care and discipline. I just can't get the image out of my head with Smaug in the background, burning everyone. And I'm just grooming my beard, oh dear. Each particular stroke of the blade is punctuated by a fresh application of warm water, softening the hair and ensuring the precision. The process takes time, but such tasks are never meant to be rushed. Gradually, the symmetry returns and the unruly strands fall into line. At last, I sit back and study my reflection. All in all, much better. The beard now has a refined shape, its dignity enhanced. I cut a far finer figure, and the process was relaxing to boot. I should do this more often. I agree, I agree. Right. We can also bestow an heirloom upon my heir. It's customary for great kings and emperors to bestow prestigious artifacts upon their heirs so that they might be recognized and honored as bearer of heirlooms. Okay. I think we should do that. Let's see. I think the key of Erebor actually makes a lot of sense. Yes, let's do that. So the heir of Erebor shall be the keeper to the key. And they must keep the mission at heart that the dwarves will one day return and claim back their homeland. Right, I think all of this is just typical stuff, right? But it with slight flavor text? Yeah, I think this is normal things. Settle region, we'll use that a little bit later. We can go fishing here. Let's put that on. Humiliate the stooge. We don't need to do that. Right. And just like that, this time we will sell off. My Greer has been groomed. Apologies for how bright the snow is, man. I feel like I'm getting snow blindness. And we have been replaced as a cultural head. Oh, my dignity. As we continue through Geldale, I stumble upon an old chamber of dwarven origin. The tomb appears to be old, very old. Likely from the Second Age. From within I see the glimmer of some unknown treasure. None but my party appear to be around, and surely whoever once owned the contents of his tomb would not cast judgment on me for taking what would go otherwise unused. Oh, it's just gold. I thought that maybe... You know how Bilbo saw the glimmer of the shield in the troll cave or what, or when they found it? I thought that might be a similar situation, but I will not desecrate the dead. We respect our kin too much to do this. The path ahead stretches on and on, a lonely winding thread twining towards the distant horizon. My camp is quiet, just a few scattered tents and pack animals yawning in the breeze. Strangers and hangers-on rise with the day, preparing for their morning chores with reluctance. Most of the miscellaneous chaff that filter in and out of a group on the road with each new settlement. Few faces catch my eye as ones I recognize, at least in more than passing. So let's see. This will be an army someday. Or at least I can count on some good scrappers. I think it's the good scrappers that would have come with us, right? Yes. We need good scrappers. If we're gonna fend off the goblins of the Misty Mountain. Are we passing through the Misty Mountain? Yes, we are. Oh. Right next to the goblins. And then down here we have Azog as well. Oh man, I forgot about Azog. That's gonna be a problem for future us. I don't think we're being unreasonable, snarks the cook, who presumably drew the short straw and coming to speak to me, waving an arm dismissively at the surrounding terrain all the while. So many hillside pastures for miles around, yet we cannot seem to spare. But time to stock up on some of the little luxury. Wow, I gave so much stress. What? I mean, I can't say much because I did stop to groom my bed. But guys, there's a situation at hand here. We need to prioritize and realize what is important and what isn't. Long after night has settled, I find myself laughing, telling stories and drinking with Rika, Frayne, and Tordis. I didn't know she had it in her, but Rika ends up telling a particularly ribald story about 4 peasants she had seen in Wolferen. So Rika is actually my wife. Okay. After drying my eyes from the laughter and drinking a bit to clear my throat, I will... I'm very stressed. Yeah, Rika, tell me another story, my love. Also, oh man, I love the visual effects on these events. That is torrential rain. Man, I love rain. It's raining right now, actually, quite heavy. The howling of the wind makes it near impossible to be heard more than a few feet away. This damnable storm's intensity is only picking up, rain stinging our eyes and stranding heavy carts and laden animals in a stew of thick mud. The same silent tablet can be seen up and down the line, stronger followers helping to pull transports loose, whilst the young and elderly huddle beneath whatever shelter they can find or form. Nature herself seems set against us, leaving my followers on the edge of breaking. Already, we can't break already, guys. Now, let's get the gear. We'll move on as well. Every adult follower gains 30 opinion on me, and we gain some prestige too. And the snows have cleared. I can see the sunlight leaking over the distant mountaintops. Let us head onwards There's no two ways about it, whether from weather, terrain, overloading, or simple bad luck. Some malady has gone into the camp's pack animals. Oh, no. Oh, I don't like our chances here. So it's a 50-50, or we get a sickened herd for 10 years. 25% lower movement speed. Oh, man. Let's see. We can redistribute our gear till they recover. Yeah, let's try. There we go. We've eased the burden. We've eased the suffering. Everything's fine. We are walking among the hills late in the day. The darkness comes suddenly, brought by the dark clouds above us. Then there is a distant loud rumble of thunder. It's not Smaug, is it? Has he pursued us? Soon there was another, combined with a dazzling flash of lightning. And another strike, brightly illuminating the area. The after image burned into my eyes. I blink and see where the lightning has struck. Now there is a quickly expanding brush fire. And it is spreading to... Oh! Oh, we don't have good chances here. Hey, let's try and put the fire out before it spreads too far. There we go. Fortune might be on us. What is this? A goblin sorcerer has dared enter the presence of myself. No. I mean, I wish I could just burn him with a 100% chance. He will repent, or he will burn. I was stopped by the locals? Wait, what? You... Ah, that is goblin territory. Okay. Let's flee, lads. We're outnumbered here. We don't have many weapons on us. We need to move on. My provisions are about to run out. Oh, that's not good either, actually. We might have to stop midway. Unless I get an event for provisions or something. How far are we going? We're going through Imlandra. We're going quite far, actually. And I've already run out of supplies. And I've gathered provisions. No, I failed to gather provisions. That was part of the problem. Father, I couldn't help but notice we are about halfway through our provision. I was just saying the same thing, little dross. This is not good for us either. Also, I just realized I don't have court shooters or anything anymore, so I apologize for your lack of an education, but I would argue a practical education on the road is probably far more valuable and useful. Shouldn't we start reducing our rations or even better plan for a stop to stock up? It's not an emergency yet, but these kind of situations don't need long to take a turn for that. You see what I mean? The practical experience has already taught her well. Okay. Ah, man, there's no option to gain provisions here. I'm gonna give her some gold to get herself a snack, though. I don't want my daughter starving. Man, I wish there was an event to gather provisions there. I understand your eagerness, believe me, I do, but I beg of you to reconsider your hurry. Please don't be so stubborn. We are completely out of food and clean water. If we don't stop immediately to rest and restock our provisions, we'll just march straight to our death. So if I do this, the travel will be aborted. Now, I'm a little bit worried. Okay, that sounds good. Milk and fish. I think, when I was looking it up, I don't think the next event for this fires anyway until 20 years have passed. So if we do abandon this journey, I don't think we miss out on anything, but I would like to make it. What's this first? As I get up in the early morning and cannot help letting out a loud yawn, stretching and make my way out of the tent to see people are already moving about, I notice Frerin heading off with what looks like a makeshift fishing rod. Through all the noise and bustle of camp, where are you off to? I ask him. It's a nice day for fishing, my lord. Let's see, so I gain 93 provisions. That's not enough. In fact, we are completely out. Oh, I don't think we can carry on. 250 provisions. Yeah, let's rest here for a couple of days. Where are we? We're not even close. And we are very close to goblin territory. In fact, we are kind of sandwiched here, which does not bode well for us at all. Do I think I have enough to at least make it through the mountain? I think we need to make it to the west of the mountains. And then we can consider taking a pause. We must press on. Every follower loses opinion of me. But we're going to have to make hard decisions. As we trek through Hosland, our caravan has stopped at a clearing bordered by oak trees. I proceed towards the commotion only to find Solia and Brocker having an irate row. Both my courtiers here. I'll have no more of your idiocy, you bushy commoner. You're the one who has whined on this entire journey, squealing, "Are we there yet?" at every crossroads. There's only one way to solve this. So they battle it, right? You know what? You two fight it out. Solia has actually beaten Brocker here. And it seems in his shame he has shaved the top of his head. In the dead of night, at our camp, Blaffen, I step out quietly. What was that sound? That's when I see it. My follower, Hjalmar, tiptoes to my acquaintance Guramir, who is dozing on the slope. Hjalmar rolls Guramir down the hillside, where sharp rocks ensure a quick and painful... Wait, why are we murdering each other? Is this a power play? No, guards. I can't allow this. Guards. Lock her up. Pull her in chains. Oh, man. This is going down. We need to stop and rest. We need to get food. I can't demand payments, which is interesting. I think I will, actually. Collecting as much gold as possible is going to be useful going forward. So here, let's do that. I'm actually going to wait. Because of how important gold is, we'll wait. I just realized I don't have a court tutor. However, I can still assign a guardian if we do it the old-fashioned way. And I do think I'm going to be the best one for this. Stewardship and learning. Yeah, I'm actually going to switch you over to stewardship. Hopefully I wasn't too late for you, my daughter. Right. 54 provisions. That's not enough. But we need to make a push through the mountains. We can't linger here between goblin territories. Let us at least reach the borders of Eldrund. As much as I hate to say it, we may have to seek refuge with the elves. Am I still building as well? Oh, I do have a settler train now. Okay, lovely. I don't think I... Oh, no, I do have settlers. I have 50 settlers. So right now, if we max this out, we can settle 2 counties. Interesting. I'm wandering around my camp inspecting my followers and supplies when a familiar and hoarse voice calls me from behind. I turn around to see a smiling Nar, grey-bearded and deep-faced, clutching a bag of fruits. My lord, I managed to procure some supplies. Oh, thank you, Nar. He was able to fill my food storage rack fully? And we made a friend. Okay, that is huge. Speaking of friends, don't we benefit from making friends? Here, my son. Let's see. I can't actually befriend you, though, because that's a diplomacy thing. So we're going to have to hold on that. Good news, lads. We no longer have to beg the elves. However, it might be nice to still recruit some settlers here. Now, thematically, I would only want to get dwarven settlers. However, I think you can only get settlers, like, for this entire realm once, and then here once, and there's quite a long cooldown. So we may just have to pretend that some of the other exiles fled here ahead of us, because obviously we stopped to groom our beard. But yes, we'll stop here. We're going to go all the way, though, to see if there's an event. We'll stop off at Imladris, and then we'll go west to the Blue Mountains, I think is a good idea. Are there any available mountains to settle? There actually are to the south here. In fact, it's the... Oh, Nogrod, of course! Of course! I think that's where they even settled in the lore, right? I don't remember. My follower, Alma, has given birth to a son. Oh, nice! On the topic of children. Right, guys. So something new that I've decided in my return to YouTube is I'm actually going to be recording a few episodes in advance. However, I'm still going to accept name suggestions for children with the same rules as before. So leave a name for a child, specify whether it's for a son or daughter, and then once I have used your name, you're free to use another. This time, however, I'm going to decide my own education focuses. So let's see. For now, let's pick a good long beard name. My son, Friffer. Oh, I like Friffer. There we go. May you go strong and wise. Also, please keep the names thematic and dwarven. If I don't like it, then I probably won't use it. Just because I like the immersive names. Anyway, let us return to the horses, or to the ponies, I should say. Oh, my head. What's this? You got a headache, Ablak? Should we slow down for him? We have plenty of supplies. Let us slow down for him. No dwarf left behind, I say. The forests of Gladgenil are swarming with tiny, dark, blood-sucking insects, and we're not talking about goblins here. No matter what we do or where we go, they are there, leeching our blood like a torturous cloud sent by Melkor himself. Not only are the horses getting flighty and temperamental, but my entourages as well. Especially my guest Rickeberger, who is furiously flailing her sanguine-covered arms. Wait, when did we pick up a woodman? I don't want to get drained by mosquitoes. Over. Okay, right, we're gonna have to push through, guys. Oh, I'm drained by mosquitoes. A small health penalty. How is my health? Pretty fine, actually. And if I remember, I think the dwarves lived to about 300 years, so we have a nice, fingers crossed, a nice bit of time to prepare everything. As we head towards Erknock, we stop in our treks for a short break. Many are circled around a campfire. Oh, wait. Have you been bitten? Let's see. I think the venom can be treated. There we go, there we go. We gotta look after one another. Ravine! Ooh. We're gonna be late, but it's fine. We're not in a rush here. We got through the mountains. That's the important thing. Oh, man. The sky is stained rose in the evening light. I sit silently at the edge of the camp, breathing in the fresh air. It's far from the comfort of a great delving carved from the living rock, but living on the surface has least slightly grown on me. My serenity vanishes as an arrow flies past me, barely missing my cheek. I leap to my feet, grabbing my axe as my comrades run to my side, shouting. From the shadows of the hills, I watch as brigands rush towards us, and I brace myself for impact, shouting orders to my followers. The goblins have arrived, lads! Pick up your axes! Strike 'em down! I hear a roar almost loud enough to crack rock, and turn in awe and surprise. It is no beast past me runs Gnar, greybeard trailing in the wind, axe in hand. The brigands stop for a moment in shock and seize the moment. My fellows and I charge forth, just as Gnar decapitates one of her. Oh man, Gnar is a... He's my friend as well. He found us all the supplies. Gnar is an absolute guy. He is a pinnacle of what dwarves should be. Oh wow. The brigands break like a wave upon rock. For some, it is too late. As soon as the attack begins, it's over. Gnar just fully charged ahead, decapitated their leader. This man deserves an elevated position. He's very good at diplomacy. Let's keep him pinned, because when we do eventually settle, I think Gnar deserves some land. For his loyalty, for his passion. Yes. Also, we've run out of supplies already. Where did they all go? Holy crap. Right. We have arrived. Is an event going to pop up? I don't think so. Also, we can't settle this because it's already controlled it. Plus, I don't want to settle halls. Right. So we're low on provisions. That's not great. I did say we might visit. Yeah, because we're not gonna... In fact, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. We might have to just visit the castle holding here. Just to try and find... So let's see. I think something else. Yeah, we're gonna have to find some supplies. That's the problem. 173 gold for 5,000 I think is a good deal. However... I'd rather not part with my gold if possible. So here, I could move those for you for a small cut, of course. Did we do... Yes, 1,400. Very nice. Okay. I don't think we're going to be able to make it to the mountains with that. Because 5,000 from here to here. I may... should we visit the Dunedain? I don't know with my pride. I mean, there have been good relations with the dwarfs and the elves historically, of course. The hidden path to Khazad-dûm was forged by an elf, right? If I remember the whole riddle and stuff. So let's see. They haven't always hated each other. I think it's just dwarven stubbornness and elven pride sometimes clashes a bit. So here, let's maybe... We'll visit the Dunedain first, because they are closer anyway. Selecting a travel option. This just lowers my safety. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like anything that's going to lower my safety. I think as well, don't we have a chance to recruit down? This is going to take 1,300. Yeah, it takes a lot of supplies to move about. Okay, it's fine. Let's start moving our camp because we're going to pick up some more settlers. We might have already picked some up, actually. Oh, we've already maxed out. Okay. Maybe I should wait then. If I upgrade this... Not sure what's happening. We just get more provisions. Oh, sorry. I thought that was the total. No, every time you upgrade it, you get another... You can get another 200 settlers. Right, here. Let's upgrade the settler train then. And it's going to take 3 months. So what I'm going to do is actually... Here, let's abandon the traveling. Yeah, I bought that. If I unpause... Wait. I bugged out the screen. There we go. I couldn't exit. There we go. We might as well wait for this to upgrade first, so then we can get some more settlers. So what should we do? This is a prowess scheme, and we do have really good prowess, don't we? If I go down here, yeah, we have a lot of good prowess characters. A traveling one I kind of don't want to do because I don't know where it's going to take us. It might take us further away. Can I see it, actually? I don't think I can. So here, let's do... Oh, is that for Isengard? Ah, but it's not Saruman, of course. I'm in the earlier bookmark. Speaking of which, I forgot to tell you guys, when it comes to the game settings, everything has been stuck on the default settings, except for Sauron. I have put him on the maximum difficulty. So when he returns, or if he returns, we have that to look forward to as well. If we want to play further than retaking our homeland. I've given us the possibility. Right here, let's go ahead and do a prowess scheme. We'll get... a lot of gold if we could do this. Okay. And a lot of provisions too. So here, let's travel to accept that. It's literally right next to us as well. And by the time we've finished this, hopefully, we will have upgraded our settler train. So I think... So that's a balanced approach. That's success chance. Yeah, let's do it. Sooner we're done, sooner we're back on the road. I like that one. And I will auto-invite agents. That's a very fast phase length. However, we don't have the best success chance. So I might wait for the full 20 advantages. Honestly, with a 10-day phase length, that's absolutely fine. I'm happy with that. We've already got five advantages, in fact. Right, should we go 5 times speed and see how fast this goes? Settler train has already upgraded. Okay. hold your horses. I guess. So let's see. If I was going to settle the mountains over here, because my option of going into the glittering caves has been taken from me. I wanted this to be the capital. Yeah. That's kind of thrown a spanner into the works there. And in fact, more dwarfs are settling too. So I think those are the satellites holdings, they call them. Obviously, we can't settle here. And Azog is way too strong for us to consider anything there. That's going to be something for the long term. I don't think there's any other mountains that are close to us. I don't want to go all the way down to the Yellow Mountains. That's way out of where we want to be. So I do think going west to Nogrod here is our only decision. There's no mount. I mean, Angmar doesn't feel fitting though, does it? No. So we are going to go here, right? So what I wanted to see is how many counties this is made up of. Let's see, the duchy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to need 800. Yeah, we need to at least get 2 more upgrades. So let's do that. This also enables the option to settle entire duchies. Can we settle a kingdom? I don't think so. Here, let's keep on upgrading this. We also get provision capacity and supply capacity as well. So that is useful. And now we're going to 5 times speed. Right, let's see how fast this is. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I love it. Courtier has come of age. Burin, son of Brokir. Very good learning. That might come in useful in the future. And just like that, We can go... Another settling train upgrade has completed. Right. So that should put me on 600 capacity, right? I only need to upgrade it one more time. Wow. Okay. 1337. We still have the problem with how expensive the army maintenance is going to be. I may have to disband. Put down the axes and pick up a pickaxe instead and then rebuild the army in the future. We'll have to see how dire the situation is. Right. So that can let me settle a duchy. And that should be able to let me settle the entire duchy of Novgorod. Do I want to settle more than that, though? Because otherwise we're also going to have to colonize before the AI do it. That is true. We'll see, we'll see. So my scheme to raid the settlement has progressed well. Let's execute it immediately. I hope that wasn't a criminal contract. I don't think it was. Oh dear. I don't think it warned me. Right, we have succeeded. Yeah, I don't think that was a criminal contract here. Let's head back over here. We shall return. Gain 20 gold. And that's because I visited the capital. No. This is the... No, that's not the real gold. Oh, Grudge Bearer. Oh, I love this little Easter egg. The Book of Grudges exists. No way. Walking through the halls, I find a small leather-bound book left out on the table. Well worn, it bears no name, but curiosity compels me to open it. Within, I find a page upon page of writing in a sharp, cramped hand. After taking a moment to puzzle it out, my curiosity turns to befuddlement. Page upon page of minor slights and grievances, some going back years or decades, generations even. If it is a reference to the Great Book of Grudges, which I believe it is. I've never had this Easter egg, that's cool. Accompanying many of them are notes of how to best avenge the author's honor, how to repay someone who ate the last roll, and time and date of someone sitting in a favorite chair. The time a childhood toy was borrowed and returned late, the sheer vehemence of the author to the scale of the slights is unbelievable. Closing it and placing it down, my brow furrows, before the harsh voice of Giddy bows down the hall. Have you seen a book around here? It should be small, well-worn, and leatherback. Do you mean this book, Gilly? Can I keep it? I want to keep it. Ah. The Great Book of Grudges. It's not worth it. It's funny though. For those of you who don't know, I'm pretty sure that's a reference to Warhammer Fantasy. The best kind of Warhammer, by the way. Right. I'm going to return it to him. That's kind of funny. I liked that. Right, so we're upgrading this. We do have space for settlers. We have provisions. So now, I think it's time. Let's move our camp and we're going to visit the Dunedain. We do have enough provisions. We might have to pick up a few more contracts here as well. Or try and get some provisions and whatnot. Journeying through Anokdir, I pass by a peculiar-looking tent splayed open with its yet more peculiar-looking occupant inside. Come in, almighty Uzbad. I can tell you have many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading of your future travels. I will not have dealings with witches. It is witches that cursed us and brought the dragons upon us. I will not fall for this. As we stop for a break while traversing the hills of Amon Arazbreg. I suck at pronunciation. I apologize. I noticed my caravan master Boris staring at a map while mumbling worriedly to himself. Why, Uzbad? I was looking at our travel route when I realized that our camp tonight shall be right at the eaves of an ancient elven settlement, now in ruins. I have heard many stories of the ancient specters that still haunt these ruins, preying on unsuspecting travelers. I have found a longer alternative route that avoids the ruin. Please, master, let us not risk disturbing these ancient ghosts. Man, I love that there's custom travel events like this as well. I don't want to become possessed. No, it's right. It's better to not risk it. Let's go around. I do not want to visit the ruins. We have the haunted ruins of Aragion here. Ooh. Dross is at that age where a child absorbs everything and everything around her. Oh, is she come in age now? Right. No, she hasn't. She's just increased her stats. My second increased her stats. Okay, that's really cool. Right, resume the journey. Let us go and visit the Dunedain, please. Here, let's avoid the brook as well. And we have finally arrived, and just in time for their land to splinter. Interestingly, I feel like I bring ruin everywhere I go. The curse of Smaug plagues the land. Right. Let's see. First things first. I do need supplies, so let's see if I can worm my way into some supplies. There we go. 2,000 for that is nice. Also, before we go for contracts, how many settlers did I get? Only 50, right. I mean, these guys just split off, so we can probably get 50 settlers from here as well, which would be good. There is a learning. No. This contract requires you to seize 3 skill challenges in order to educate the specified child. Right. I mean, that sounds good, and we can also move our camp there, can't we? Yes. So let's do that. We will travel to accept. We will make our way to the Blue Mountains eventually. I mean, we need more settlers anyway, so I'm not in too much of a rush. Here, what's the height? 97. There we go. Let's click on that one. Also, I'm not going to read all of these events. Settler train completed. So that takes me up to 800. Now, it is expensive to upgrade, so I think I'm going to stop there, because that will allow us to settle the entire Duchy of Nogrod, which I do believe is going to be my plan. I sit by my pavilion, letting the sounds and smells of the camp wash over me. It's different from a life within the safe walls of a palace, so very different. The freedom is easy to enjoy, no obligations, no counselors yapping, no dignitaries to entertain. None of the downsides of the trappings of... I do miss my golden halls, though. Let's see, I must claim land back in the future. Yes, I think that's right. I will reclaim the Lonely Mountain. I have sworn an oath to my kin. Let's see, Fane, can you help me out, the child here? Thank you very much. Teaching children is tiring work. Right, last one. 67, 84 here. Fane, you're gonna have to do it again. Oh, no, Fane has failed. Ah, that's a shame. Also, why do we have the the courtroom of Gondor in the background? That's funny. Right, we get 88 gold, though. It's still below enough. Oh, we didn't move our camp because we only went to accept the contract. Right. Here, make a request interaction. Ooh. Provisions might actually be good. Yeah, I don't need men-at-arms because I have the dwarfs. Here, let's request more provisions. 400 provisions are going to be useful because we need to make a grand journey. In fact, why don't we stop off in Bree and the Shire? If I can find 2 hobbits, and we can start a little hobbit reproduction program, maybe we can fulfill one of the requirements to have a high intrigue hobbit. Yes. I think we might. Right, here, let's move the camp over here. So let's see. Right now I have 250. It is split, so I want to know if I gained more. Yes, I gained another 50. Right, and then if I go here, I don't think that's going to do anything. Okay. I'm guessing I have enough provisions to make it to Bree. We're going to be very low. However, we can make it. So let's start moving our camp. We're heading westwards to the mountains already. Winter is upon us. The snow blindness is getting me once again. Between the chaos of regularly moving sights and the coming and going of fresh faces every other town, there's plenty of time in the day for followers to find they have an unforeseen connection. Ooh. That's good. They become lovers. We need more dwarfs. Start the reproduction program at once. As we traverse the desolate plains of Aspar, my entourage and I pass near a cell of ruins upon a nearby hill. Ooh. I could find gold. I think we'll just stay a while, though. We need to go on to Bree. And just like that, I have my final administrator perk. Right. Can I change focus yet? I can't, sadly. Okay. I'll have to try and remember when I get my next skill. Right, camp has been moved to the Prancing Pony, no less. Very nice. So let's see, diplomacy scheme, intrigue. Ah, train knights. I think I can definitely do that. Let's see. Do I have good diplomacy count? I actually do. So I'll tell you what. Why don't we do that one? Because it's literally right next to us. We gain a... Let's see. We'll go for phase length as well, please. 3 months. Okay. Oh, no, there we go. 10 days. 10 days. We hadn't invited people yet. And our success chance is actually very good here. Because we only have one person actually needed for the potential. So as long as we have one skilled dwarf with the lowered phase length, we can do basically any contract we want. Grave news has reached me. While it is not yet known who, someone is plotting to kill my follower Gilly. Ooh, I'm not a fan of that. Right. Redouble the guards, please. I will not be standing for this. And with how short the phase length is, I'm actually going to wait for the 20 advantages. We may as well. Father, I want you to meet someone. Oh, who's this? This is Villa, my new playmate. Someday he's going to help me run this camp. A little bit spindly, but my daughter is making friends. Should not run along then, you two. Oh, I like that. My daughter's making friends. I think it's going to be important moving forwards. I don't want her to be lonely. Right here. Let's hit the speed 5 and let the advantages roll in. First up, my daughter's come of age. Only a 50 collect. That's my fault because the education started so late. Speaking of... Ah, wait. I thought Friffer was my son. He's not. He's not. He's son of Fundin. Right. But that's fine. Actually, I'll wait till you have a preference, and then I might educate you myself. Right. Here, speed 5. Let's watch the advantages roll in. My daughter-in-law, Vis, has given birth to a daughter. Oh, Frayne has another child. Okay. A little bit of a bleeder here. Let's go for a good long beard name. Rika's the name of my wife, so let's not do it. Asla. Oh, I like that. Asla. Sounds like a very cool name here. Let's ping you as well. Grave news has reached me. It's been discovered that my follower Loin is scheming. Loin, eh? Not very impressive either. Throw him in jail. I will not stand for such goblin behavior in my band of dwarves. And I've just realized the time. We've been recording for over an hour. So sadly, guys, I won't be getting a ring for my wife. We got to save the gold. Sadly, I'm going to end the episode there. If you liked it, please consider leaving a like and a comment. Remember, you can request names for children as well. Also, please tell me if you noticed a difference in the microphone. I've taken off a lot of the filters of the microphone, and I'm using the built-in EQ now. And also, I brought some plugins. So I got a better noise gate and stuff. It's very simple stuff. I've cut down my filters a lot, and hopefully my voice is more natural, maybe a bit clearer. I don't know. I'm not an audio engineer. I try to learn, but it's hard to get credible information when it comes to sorting out your microphone. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm back. Thank you for your patience. And I guess I will see you in the next one, which should be uploaded tomorrow.